Welcome to Business Decoded, where we break down how companies really make money. Let's decode today's business model. You've never paid Google $1. Search is free. Gmail is free. Maps is free. YouTube is free. Yet Google made $307 billion last year. If you're not paying for the product, you are the product. But what does that actually mean? You're trading something more valuable than money, and most people don't realize what they're giving away. Today, we're breaking down what you're actually paying Google with, how Google turns your data into the most profitable advertising machine in history, and whether you're getting a fair deal or being exploited. Here's what we're covering. The real exchange happening when you use Google for free, how Google's advertising auction extracts maximum value from your attention, and what you can do if you want out. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only, not business or legal advice. Company references are from public sources for educational commentary. Trademarks belong to their owners. Consult qualified professionals before making business decisions. Let's start with what you're actually giving Google. When you use Google Search, you're telling Google what you're interested in, what problems you have, what you're shopping for, where you live. Search for running shoes, and Google knows you run. Search for tax software, and Google knows you're filing taxes. Search for engagement rings, and Google knows you're probably proposing. Every search is a data point. Google collects billions daily and builds a comprehensive profile of who you are. But it doesn't stop at search. Google tracks you across the internet. If a website uses Google Analytics, which millions do because it's free, Google knows you visited. Google owns Chrome, the most popular browser, which tracks your browsing. Google owns Android, which tracks your location and app usage. Gmail scans your emails for keywords. Google Maps tracks everywhere you go. YouTube tracks everything you watch. Google has more data about you than any company in history, and you gave it voluntarily. This data is the product. Google doesn't sell your data directly. They sell access to you. Advertisers say, "I want to show ads to people searching for running shoes." And Google says, "I know exactly who those people are. Pay me." You are the inventory. Your attention is what's being sold. In 2025, Google made $307 billion in revenue. $238 billion came from advertising. Google Search alone generated $175 billion. YouTube generated $35 billion. All funded by your data and attention. Google's advertising works through an auction. When you search, advertisers bid to show you ads. You search running shoes. Dozens of shoe companies bid. The highest bidder gets the top placement. Google charges them every time you click. This is cost per click. Here's the genius. Traditional advertising like TV charges based on impressions whether people care or not. A Super Bowl ad costs $7 million to reach 100 million people. Google charges based on clicks, meaning advertisers only pay when you show interest. And because Google knows so much about you, they can target ads with incredible precision. The average cost per click is $2 to $4, but for valuable keywords it's much higher. Car insurance costs $50 to $100 per click. Personal injury lawyer can cost $200. Advertisers pay these rates because Google users have high purchase intent. Google improves over time. The more you use Google, the better their profile becomes. Better profiles mean more accurate targeting. More accurate targeting means higher conversion rates. Higher conversion means advertisers pay more. More revenue means Google builds better products. Better products attract more users. More users generate more data. The flywheel accelerates. Google uses your data across all their products. Search data improves YouTube recommendations. YouTube history improves search results. Gmail content informs ads. Maps location data targets local business ads. Everything feeds into everything else. This cross-product data integration makes Google's targeting superior to competitors with data from only one product. Here's what makes this powerful. You can't opt out without losing the service. Google doesn't offer paid search with no data collection. The deal is, use our products free, we collect your data and show you ads. Take it or leave it. You might think, I don't click on ads, so Google doesn't make money from me. Wrong. Google makes money whether you click or not. Advertisers pay for impressions. Even if you never click, seeing ads influences your behavior. Brand awareness, product consideration, purchase intent. Google tracks all of this and sells it to advertisers. But is this a fair trade? You get free search, email, maps. Google gets your data and attention. On the surface, it seems fair. The problem is information asymmetry. You don't know how much your data is worth. Google does. They know your search history, location data, and email content generate hundreds or thousands of dollars in ad revenue over your lifetime. If you knew your data was worth $1,000 per year, would you still give it away for free services? This is where you are the product gets uncomfortable. In a normal transaction, you know what you're paying and what you're getting. With Google, you don't know what you're paying. You're giving away data whose value is hidden from you. Google profits from this asymmetry. There's also no competition. Google has 92% market share in search. If you want search, you use Google. There's no alternative that doesn't collect data. Bing collects data. DuckDuckGo doesn't, but results aren't as good because they don't have Google's data. You can't get Google quality search without giving Google your data. Google also changes the terms unilaterally. They start collecting new types of data without asking. They expand tracking. They reduce privacy controls. You can't negotiate. You can't opt out of specific data collection. It's all or nothing. The regulatory response is growing. The EU fined Google over $8 billion for antitrust violations. The US Department of Justice sued Google for maintaining an illegal monopoly. In 2024, a federal judge ruled Google is a monopolist. Remedies could include forcing Google to share data with competitors or breaking up the company. Privacy changes are also a threat. Apple's iOS blocks cross-site tracking. Google's Chrome is phasing out third-party cookies. These changes reduce data available for targeting, which reduces conversion rates. AI disruption is another risk. ChatGPT and other AI chatbots answer questions directly without showing ads. If users ask AI instead of Googling, Google loses search volume and ad impressions. The bull case is Google's data moat is insurmountable. They have decades of data from billions of users. Competitors can't replicate this. Even if regulations force changes, Google's existing data advantage keeps them dominant. The bear case is users revolt or regulators intervene. People become privacy conscious and switch to alternatives. Governments force Google to delete data, stop tracking, or pay users for their data. For you, the question is whether you're comfortable with the trade. You get incredibly valuable free services. Google Search, Gmail, Maps, YouTube, and Drive would cost hundreds per year if you paid. But you're paying with data and attention. Every search, email, and location ping generates revenue for Google. You're not the customer, you're the product being sold to advertisers. If you value privacy, you can opt out. Use DuckDuckGo for search. Use ProtonMail for email. Use Apple Maps. But you'll lose quality and convenience. There's no free lunch. If you're comfortable with the trade, at least understand what you're giving away. Google knows where you live, where you work, where you shop, what you buy, what you watch, what you read, who you email, what you search. They use this to influence your web services. You've never paid Google $1, but you've paid them with something more valuable, your data. Every search, every email, every location ping. Google turns this into the most profitable advertising machine in history. $300 billion in revenue from free products. The exchange is. They give you convenience, you give them surveillance. Whether that's fair depends on whether you think your privacy is worth more than free search. And that's how they built it. If this helped you understand business better, subscribe for weekly deep dives into the world's most successful companies. Thanks for watching.